Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everyone? I go by RB and this is Philly Take with RB. Now, if you've been enjoying the content of this channel, take a second for me. Go ahead and smash that like button. It really helps me out, guys. And if you're new and you want to stay updated on some great Philly content, well, be sure to hit that subscribe. So today, I want to talk about the potential return of a former Philadelphia Eagle. Actually, one of my favorite Eagles of all time, the team's all-time leading rusher, and that is Mr. LeSean Shady McCoy. Now, LeSean McCoy has had an incredible career so far in the NFL. Throughout 11 years, he has rushed for 11,071 yards. He has rushed for 73 touchdowns, and he has, averaged about 4.5 to 5 yards per carry pretty much throughout his entire career. He has been, viewed as one of the best backs in the game, for a good period of years throughout the prime of his career. LeSean McCoy, let me just say, it's been an honor, for me growing up, watching him put on 25 in midnight green, every single weekend, watching him go out there and compete. I learned so much from watching him and having him be a part of this Eagles organization for 6 years. There's so many great memories. Obviously, the first one that comes to me, which I've talked about before, is the Detroit Snow game. That performance really, just comes to my mind when I think of LeSean McCoy. There are so many moments, but I've really enjoyed watching him and learning from him. So LeSean McCoy, a second-round pick drafted out of the University of Pittsburgh back in 2009. The Eagles were trying to develop this guy, and oh boy, did he develop. I mean, playing 6 years for the Philadelphia Eagles, 5 where he was, primarily the starter after Brian Westbrook went. And this guy rushes for almost 7,000 yards and, like I said, becomes the all-time leading rusher of the Eagles. And when he gets traded, in the middle of his prime at age 26, it completely broke my heart. I mean, I will never forget Chip Kelly saying that he wanted to clear cap space, and so he traded LeSean McCoy. And then right after, we go out and sign DeMarco Murray for a huge contract. It never made sense to me. Chip Kelly was a liar, and he's one of my most unliked people in Philadelphia sports all time. I hate Chip Kelly. Wanted to bring his own players in. Screw him, okay? That's why we held up that Lombardi. You can go and watch Jason Kelsey's speech. That'll tell you all you need to know. But anyway, that completely broke my heart when LeSean McCoy was traded. And then he goes to Buffalo, and in 4 seasons, he rushes for over 1,100 yards. In 2 of those 4 seasons, he was not done by any stretch. And then this last season, he goes to Kansas City. The injuries are starting to take a toll on him as he gets older. He's above 30 years old. So, running backs, that is the time when their bodies start to wear down completely. And, I mean, he got cut in preseason, signed with the Chiefs. He started 9 games for the Chiefs. But as the season went on, as we got down the stretch, they turned to Damian Williams, who took them where they needed to go. And they ended up winning a Super Bowl. So LeSean McCoy has 6 Pro Bowls to his name, 2 All-Pro selections, a rushing title, and now, because of last season, he has a ring. So LeSean McCoy is very accomplished, has done pretty much everything you want to do if you're a running back throughout your career. And despite whatever happened in the past, I will always have a special spot in my heart for LeSean McCoy. But this video is about potentially bringing him back, like I said. So Shady, he went on a football talk show, and he was talking with a couple different people, and some of the quotes that he had were very, very interesting. We know the Eagles are in the market for a potential, veteran running back, a bruiser-type running back that could come in and contribute each and every week and kind of fill, that bruiser-type role like a LeGarrette Blount. So there were 2 comments that really caught the attention of my eye. The first one reads, "This last go around, man, for the last time, just to put my stamp on my career, and I want to leave out the way I came in. Hard worker, man, with some success. I'll probably put 1 more year together, depending on how I feel, but 1 year for sure, man, just to put my stamp on it." So LeSean McCoy realizes he is at the tail end of his career. He has everything that he wants. He just wants to come in and play football a little much longer and give some contribution where he can maybe try to go win again. The second comment is where things really get spicy. So he says, "The difference between now and before, when I went to Kansas City, I kind of can control it. Earlier, I didn't have enough time to pick the right team, the right situation. When I got released, it was so quick. I had so many teams coming at me, I didn't know where to go. Now I've turned some teams down depending on the styles, who they have, and if, are we winning? I went to the Super Bowl with Pat Mahomes. Now I can't just go to any team. I've been waiting. I've been talking to some teams, and I will make the right decision. And then when one of the people who are interviewing him ask him a question about the potential return to Philadelphia, LeSean McCoy says, I could see that. On another note, since I left, you haven't seen the 25 active in green, so you never know. I'm going to keep my options open, though. I could see myself there in Philly. Like I said, that is home, so you never know. So I want to take this time right now. I want you guys to go comment down below. Should the Eagles be interested in bringing LeSean McCoy back to Philadelphia? You guys can let me know down below. In my opinion, I would say that I don't mind bringing LeSean McCoy back to Philadelphia, but I think if guys like, Carlos Hyde are still on the market, that should be our main priorities. Now, as we talked about a few days ago, Carlos Hyde is coming off a 1,000-yard season. He has a resume to show it, and he has something in the recent time to show that he can still run the ball. Now, obviously, he's getting up there too. He's also getting older, and he's getting to that tail end of his career. Now, I'm not saying that LeSean McCoy can't handle 8 to 10 carries a game, but I would have to see it first, and that's a big gamble. But, if Hyde goes off the market and stuff, I wouldn't mind LeSean McCoy coming back, because as he talked about in this interview, and I watched it, he said, I'm not the dude anymore. I'm here to contribute and to he said he wants to contribute, but he knows his body is at that point, and he's looking for more of a mentorship role. I think LeSean McCoy can handle a few carries a game, but more so he wants to help that next running back develop. And I think he would be absolutely incredible for a guy like Miles Sanders. I mean, personally, I would get the chills seeing LeSean McCoy and Deshaun Jackson run out on the same field again together. It would be insane. But I think LeSean McCoy would do more of the time on the sideline, just coaching up guys like Sanders and Boston Scott. And, he was very close with Deuce Staley, so probably helping him out as well. But in terms of what the Eagles want and need, I still think a guy like Carlos Hyde is better, because he has shown that he can do it recently, and he's going to be required to, like I said, run the ball 8 to 10 times a game, in my opinion. I mean, we are looking for that bruiser running back, and I just don't know if LeSean McCoy's body can handle it anymore. I'm not saying he can't, but I would have to see it. We saw what happened with Kansas City and with Buffalo near the end. It starts to take a toll on you. But I would not be angry with LeSean McCoy at all. I would not. If we were to bring him back, I think he would be outstanding for the locker room. He's a heck of a dude, and even he said, Philly is home. Philly is home, and he understands the city, the people, all that. The impact that he could have. He even said Miles Sanders is an emerging superstar running back in this league, and I think he would help him tremendously. But I'm just going off what I think in terms of what the Eagles are looking for at this point in time. They want a guy who's going to do a little bit more, so I would probably lean towards Hyde or Fournette, but I would not be mad, with any of these situations. So what it comes down to really, like I said, I think LeSean McCoy does view Philly as one of his top options. He would love to come back here and contribute, and he wants to go to the right situation, a team that could win. I think it would be great for LeSean McCoy to return to Philadelphia. I wish we never would have traded him, man. It still hurts to this day. But the past is the past, and when it comes to the Eagles, if you look at our running back situation, we have Miles Sanders. We have Boston Scott. We go and sign Corey Clement. We have these undrafted free agent running backs, Killins and Michael Warren. What's going to happen with all those guys? We still have Elijah Holyfield. We're looking for that bruiser. And, we've been talking about a veteran running back that can come in and give that experience. So who knows what is going to happen with the Eagles running back situation. I think that we're probably going to end up carrying 4 running backs. One might be used more on special teams, and there will probably be that bruiser-type running back, and then there will be Miles Sanders and Boston Scott. So we have a lot of options open here. It's all about if the Eagles view McCoy as a guy who can contribute. If they do their research and he can still come in and give the carries and at the same time provide that wisdom, that experience, that leadership in the locker room, I think it would be a great signing. But I just think the Eagles are looking for a guy that can do a little bit more, but whatever happens, I will be happy. You know, if we get McCoy, if we get Hyde, one of those guys, I think we really need to hit on a veteran free agent running back who's going to bring some of that to the table. So you guys can let me know down below, what do you think? Who should the Eagles target for that running back bruiser position? Who should the Eagles bring in? Should it be McCoy, Hyde, Fournette? You guys can let me know all your thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.